Anyway, I'm going to come back in just a little short while. This next gentleman is so funny, he is going to make you piss in your pants. You wish you had portable adult undergarments. Another New Yorker, but don't take it against him, Mr. Bill Torres. He's somewhere around. Is Bill there? Oh, there he is. Wow. Well, yeah, this is where you are.
I've been checking this girl out. Let me be honest with you. I've been checking this girl out. I figured the odds are very against me of scoring. But if I make my plea in front of the public, it'll be like a big thing. It'll be like a theater piece. She has that Laura San Giacomo look, you know? Sex, lies, and videotape thing. Beautiful. That's the look that's in. It may be out in a couple of weeks, so use it now. Certainly don't go out with me, because that'll be a waste of a whole, 3 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to start off by saying I have a deep voice because that's my attempt at being a man. Using a deep voice will fool many people. My whole family has a deep voice. My mother's there. Bill! Bill! Stop sucking my dick! I said, Ma, cut it out. It's not me. That's the mailman. But, hey, Bugs. I like that idea. The deep voice bit. So my life is about being a man. So that's why the first thing I did was speak to Laura Sanjao over here. Very good look. The bandana, you have full red lips, very hot. I don't mean to embarrass you in front of our friends here, but there's barely any of these people. There's very few people here. They're not going to remember tonight. It'll just be a dim memory. But we should all thank God and thank Jesus and thank Buddha and the Quran. Thank everybody that we're here tonight and we're happy and safe and free. Free from the tyranny, the oppression of those nasty, nasty, nasty Huns. Because they just never let up. I'm glad we vanquished them, the Huns. Because they really bummed my trip, those Huns. And we're free. And I think that's the beauty here. You know, anybody can be depressed coming in here, hanging out in Fountain Avenue at any point in one man's life is a depressing fact. I don't care if it's like the day you win the $1 million lottery, you walk down Fountain Avenue, you're bummed. You got to go to a shrink. You got to take some lithium. It's a manic depresso thing. By the way, this is Cafe Depresso. But I'll have an espresso. Make that a double. Make that a Steve Martin movie, satiring the LA Story thing. I like New York Story better because there was Nick Nolte and Rosanna Arquette, the story of an older man with a beard and a young chick who wouldn't fuck him. That's my kind of story. That's my kind of story. That's reality. Because I like reality. That's why I wear the black leather that's a little ripped, and I wear the frame and lens $39 glasses, see? Now look, if you look at my lens, you'll notice that I am the fucking most blindest guy that ever walked the earth. And that's because God said, I don't want you to see, Bill, because it's a little too dark out there. He doesn't want me to see the tragedy that unveils before us. You know that I'm in economic decline. You know there's a true recession when I put my eyes, the most precious thing that God gives you, in the hands of some Panamanian ex-dictator's mistress. And these are the people who work at Frame and Lens. These are not doctors. These are people who just escaped from a third world nation, and they're in there just until the authorities catch up to them. So they sell you a pair of glasses. Hey, is that my doctor? No, she's being taken away in handcuffs and being read her rights in Spanish. So you know that there's something very wrong. Also, I can't even afford supercuts haircuts anymore, and that is another sad commentary on the state of my economic decline. But I'm not upset by that neither, because I have a good future ahead of me, because I'm dating this really rich girl. And, no, but it's true love. You see that movie, True Love? You look like that girl in True Love, too. You know that girl with the black hair? Kind of like a husky voice. You have a husky voice? There you go. Husky voice, dark hair. You're in. That's it. You go down to Columbia. They're going to give you a movie right now. Right now. Go into the parking lot right now at 10 o'clock at night. They'll give you a movie. Ladies and gentlemen, perhaps I went too far there. Depicting the deep, deep darkness. How do you like these Elvis Costello, Aristotle, and Ashes glasses? What do you think? Hey, how do you think he got Jackie Kennedy's? With the glasses, not with the millions of whatever he owns. The glasses gets the girls because they think you're sensitive and deep. They think you read. Not me. I haven't read since, my favorite book is the Johnny Unitas story. I read that when I was 11. And I read the Joe Namath book. I guarantee we're going to win it. That was all it's about. It's my new thing here. I sit here like, you know, I'm in the bathroom. That's what it looks like here. I feel most comfortable in this position. I can really think. My head is clear. I'm at peace with God and mankind. So, you know, I was reading about St. Francis of Assisi today. And, you know, they called him a sissy. I don't like that. Because he's cool, St. Francis. You know, St. Francis, you know, in the religious books, he used to walk around with his hands out, you know, and birds would, like, hang out in his hands and stuff. And, like, birds would sit in his head and take a dump. That's what I want. I want the peace. I want birds to feel comfortable enough to just sit on my head and take a dump. That's what I want. I want animals of all types. I want people. I want the homeless. I want anybody. I don't care. The disenfranchised, anybody. I want the AT&T people to come right over. Telemarketers, waitresses, anybody who wants to sit on my head and take a dump. That's what I want. I want the world to be at peace with me and I with them. Peace for our planet. I thought I would, you know, live the rest of my life and never see a war. This war has made me very sad indeed. That's why I wear the black leather, to commemorate the death of the cows in Iraq. You know, pretty soon I'll be moving in with a girl, and that's like a big decision in any man's life, because you must give yourself totally to the relationship and cut your cheating down to about 2, 3 times a year. So I know people look at me and say, Bill, that's immoral, unethical, you're scum. Why do people always say men are scum? That's one thing. Now, we're men up here. We're all men. Why? We're not scum. I mean, we have scum-like tendencies. We occasionally go down scum lane, but we're not total scum, you see? It's not like we hang out in the bathroom and figure out devious ways to hurt women, you know. It's just, you know what I mean? See what I'm trying to say? Look, it's like this. Let me explain this in a more clear-like manner. It's like this. See? I have a grandma who happens to be a woman, and I have a mother who's a woman, and I have a sister who's very fine. She looks like you. Good-looking girl, black hair, big breasts. Oop, framing lens, $29.99. We learn everything from our mothers. We learn from women how to behave towards women, see? So you really can't say that we're scum, see? Because you look at Oprah and Sally Jessy, Raphael there, they all say we're scum all the time, see? We're not scum, you see? My thing is, we're all in this together. We are all scum, you see? You know what I'm saying? Laura, maybe even you. Once or twice, you might have hurt a guy, and he ran around, and then he hurt a girl, and that girl came back to me, see? It's like a thing. It's like a recycling kind of a thing, you know what I mean? That's what happens. See, I'm not saying that you ever hurt a guy, because I don't know you, but you might have. Maybe in 3rd grade, guy threw like a spitball off your head, and you didn't reciprocate. There you go. That guy's walking around, he's on a tower now shooting people. But you don't even know it, do you? He hit you with a spitball, and you just ignored it. You went, hey, I'm too good for you. All right? We're all scum, ladies and gentlemen. That's my point. Just turn to your neighbor and look at them in the eye, take a beat, be in the moment, and just say, you are scum. Come on. I'll start it off. You're scum. Speak for yourself, she says to me, because she's a strong woman. The new woman of today does not take crap from a $39 frame and lens fag like me. I understand that. And I use the word fag in, of course, the British sense. I call myself a cigarette. I love the British. Richard Burton, Olivier, Margaret Thatcher, who I had sex with, yes. You never see, like, Stallone walk into a party with Margaret Thatcher. How's that, you know? Always with the, you know, the 6 foot tall, you know, Sandra, what's her name? Sandal Bergman types, that other blonde, Brigitte Nielsen. They're all the same. They're all these huge fake chicks, you know what I'm saying? Why is that? Guys always have to impress each other with the beauty of their women. You know what I'm saying? Why can't guys just, you know, I mean, it's good. If a guy walks in with you, I go, all right, not bad, buddy boy, you're doing good. But what if a guy were to walk into a place like this with a 300-pound bearded lady, you know what I mean? And then really showed her affection. You know, yeah, this is my girl. Mwah, I love her. No, this is my girl. Don't laugh. No, I'll kick your ass, man. This is my chick. That's it. Fuck you. I would be impressed by that. I'd say, all right, buddy. You take the unbeaten path there. You're all right. You're a philosopher, aren't you? As the Greek philosophers once said, as Socrates once said to Plato, Plato, you have a juicy ass. But, because you know those philosophers, you know the Greek philosophers, they were Greek first, philosophers second. During the day, they thought about good and evil. At night, just had some of that Greek wine and went nuts. Because philosophy doesn't pay a lot of money, so if you don't have any money, you got to let loose somehow. Can't buy your wife a fur, you got to go out and bang a little boy. That's just the way it is, yin and yang. I haven't been getting enough yang lately, that's my problem. This is purely off the top of my head, but some of this stuff you might have seen before on my HBO special, You Fucking Suck. Did you see that one? It was on like Saturday night, about 3 in the morning. Alright, let me just, where's BubbleMan? BubbleMan, I hope you enjoyed my repartee, my racontorial abilities. People are moving. But that doesn't mean that they're leaving. It just means there's a movement, like economic movement. It's like the Wall Street thing, things back and forth. You look like you're ready to bolt, though. What are you wearing, man? That's pretty cool. Very cool. I like that. Very, very hip, very cool. I got a little boner now. I don't know if you can see it. It's pretty small. I have a small dick. There's nothing wrong with that. I know. I don't do anything with it. I'm saving myself for the right prostitute, you know? Prostitution. Beautiful thing. Well, I hope I got one funny bit out of that. I don't have a tape recorder. Yeah, just remember, if you can't be with the one you love, love the one you're with. Why was that song so big? Because love the one you're with. It's like a kind of like a, you know, all right. That's it. It's like, whatever happened to striving to get someone that you might love, you know. Just love the one you're with, yes. Ma, this is Shirley. She works on 42nd Street. Yeah, 40 Deuce. Yeah, she's a hooker. But I was with her. I'm with her. I love her. Love the one you're with. See? That's why that song wouldn't play today. You're all looking at me going, yeah, it's absurd. That was a big hit like 20 years ago. See? How about this? My final wrap-up. Pretty woman walking down the street. Pretty woman, the kind of likes me. You know that song? Then it gets to the part, are you lonely just like me? You know why he's lonely? Because he only wants pretty women. That's his problem, see? He's too superficial, see? He should expand his horizon, you know? He should like, chunky woman walking down the street. Chunky woman. How about this? Any woman. How about this? Dead woman. You know. Whatever. Flexibility in today's recessionary times. That's what I say. All right. I'm going to walk over and pick up my notebook here. And I don't want anybody to move. I'll got my eyes on you. Don't move. I'm going to grab. All right. It's like a Mickey Rourke film that didn't make any money. Desperate Hours. Just remember, I'm going to be in a Michael Cimino movie very soon. And you'll regret this day.
Bill Torres. Give him a big hand, that New York kind of guy. What a life we're leading, huh? So what do you think? I just read a new report today. People are starting to smoke marijuana at an earlier age. Apparently now they just put out Disney rolling papers, which is evident that they're starting young. You got those, didn't you? How? You don't have a job? No, look at me reminding her. You have them. That's so strange. That's like totally bizarre. So what do you think? We're about ready for the Naked Twister game? Can you feel the love? Good. Oh, here it is. This is the replica of Disney rolling papers. This is, and there is. Wow. She wasn't kidding. Wow, Chief, don't get excited.